What do you get when you give 4 different people the exact same supplies and the exact same theme? Stick around to find out. Hey, it's Beth. Welcome. For my birthday in January, I asked my family to create some cards with me, and in order to make it a little more exciting, a little more enticing for them, I mean, they would have done it anyway, but again, I was just trying to make it a little bit more fun for them, so I turned it into a little bit of a challenge. There's no winner or losers in it, just the whole challenge aspect just kind of made it a little more fun for everybody, and I'm just so grateful for my sweet family. They played along. Both my girls and my husband, everybody made cards, and it was a lot of fun, and I do think it was fun for me. I think they had some fun, and I loved seeing everybody's creativity. So we all started out with the same supplies. There was no time limit. The only thing was we just couldn't see each other's cards until we were all done. So I'll explain a little bit more specifics and show you everything that we were able to use, and then you'll get to see what everybody made. So for the family birthday card challenge, everybody's going to have the same basic tools and supplies. There'll be a paper trimmer, wet glue, tape runners of some sort, and then everybody gets 2 sheets of coordinating pattern paper, a piece of purple cardstock, a piece of turquoise cardstock, and a white card base. They can alter these in any way that they choose to layer onto their card. And then there'll be a choice of 2 birthday sentiments, just a happy birthday, and then one that says it's your day that they can choose from. And then I have a variety of star punches and then balloon die cuts. I didn't have a ton of birthday stickers or embellishments, so I was trying to pick some like general items that could be easily used for birthday. So I've got everybody's kits ready to go. We will all be making our cards without seeing each other's. It's not a contest. It's just for fun to see how we all take the same basic supplies and use them differently on a card. And my family, my girls have made cards, but it's been a while. And my husband has actually made cards with me too, but it has been a while. So everybody's going to have to shake off the dust of their card making skills, and hopefully we can all have a little bit of family fun. Ellie was first up with her card, and she decided that she might want to use a card sketch. So she had pulled 2 and was trying to decide between them, and then ultimately just decided to go her own direction. So she is starting with embellishments. So like I said, we all have the same paper. So the papers are all the same color choices, but you could choose different colors of embellishments. And she knew that I love pink, and so she was trying to use pink in her card for sure. So she just trimmed her card mat to match the front of her card. So we're all making A2 size cards. So they're 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. She chose her sentiment, and then she also wanted to bring in a star. And she said she decided she needed a little bit extra of a pop of color. So she just brought in a strip of that turquoise and added it off to one side. She is using one of our like smaller like roller adhesives that we have, and she's the first to tell you that she might go a little crazy on the adhesive, but I always tell her it's better to have too much than not enough. So she plays with the placement of her embellishments there, and as you can see by the thumbs up, she decides she's good and she's going to start adhering everything down. I do love the pink balloons. Pink is my favorite, and like that deeper pink is my favorite. I'm not so much a Pepto-Bismol pink fan, but I am like a darker pink fan for sure. So then as she adds her star, she is going to go ahead and add that to her card base. And here is where she said that she's like went a little crazy with the adhesive tape, but she gets that on and sends love hearts and all the good signs. And then now she's going to trim it up because she realized that she had some overhang. So she's going to clean that up and then share her card with you. I love it. I think it turned out great. Next is me. I am just I wanted to bring in like all of the paper. So I was just trying to figure out a quick layout, the order of the layers that I wanted to do. Because it's a very simple card layout. It's just, I was trying to figure out what order would be best and then kind of work my sizes down from there. I decided that the balloon paper would make a great focal pattern for the center, and then I could layer my balloons on it. And then I'm just trying to figure out where I want to put my happy birthday sentiment. It's funny, we actually all worked, there was no time limit on the card making sessions. It was just, we could only have one person at my desk at a time, so everybody else had to stay away and not see the cards until everybody was done. But everybody like made a fairly quick job of it. So nobody seemed to struggle too hard. I decided to bring in a strip of the turquoise too, just to kind of add a little bit extra grounding there for my focal rectangle, and then contemplate changing balloons. Do I want to put my sentiment there? You know, the whole struggle of fiddling. I am a fiddler. Even contemplating changing the sentiment that I want to use. And in the end, I think I go back to what I had in the beginning. So, you know, it doesn't, you know, I don't know if I had the green one, or I don't remember if it was the green one or not, but ultimately the layout is what I had envisioned in the beginning. But I'm always worried that there might be something else better. So I get all of that laid down and decide to bring in some of those little stars too, just to further embellish. And then I always like to bring in a little scrap of paper to the inside, so I do that here as well. And this is my card. Next is Avery, and I did try to get her to do her own voiceover since she has done a voiceover before, but she was feeling a little microphone shy today, and so I agreed to cover for her and do the voiceover. If you've missed it, she did do a voiceover for me, I believe, in January when I was sick and didn't have a voice, so she stepped in and did a voiceover for me and did a fantastic job. So for her card, she is starting out with some squares using the two cardstock colors. So she's doing a square of the purple and turquoise, and she's going to line those up in the center of the card front. And then she's going to do a strip of the balloon paper, I believe on one side. So she kind of auditions things out and realizes that, okay, I want a little bit wider of a strip, so we'll cut a new strip and try again. So something that I do, like if I'm, sometimes even if I'm working with a card sketch, I still have to kind of audition placement and sizes and patterns. And then she's also going to bring in a strip of the birthday candle paper. So she's managing to work in all 4 sheets of paper that we were given to work with. So her and I both were able to incorporate all 4 pieces. So she's got her strips. She can go ahead and start assembling her card. And she's using yet a different a different tape gun. We do have different guns depending on who's going to be using them. Like my daughters like the smaller ones, and I prefer my larger pink ATG. But it is kind of nice having their smaller ones, because sometimes I'll take their smaller ones with me if I'm going to travel and craft. So she's going to get her strips laid down on either side of the front. I like that she's taking the time to make sure things still line up correctly. And then when she gets this laid down, she can start with the fun part of embellishing. So she's going to bring in a couple of the balloons. She's doing one in the top left corner, and then she's going to bring in another one here in the bottom right. And I like how she alternated the colors so that the cardstocks are opposite. So the turquoise balloon is in the top left with the turquoise square in the middle on the bottom, and then the purple balloon on the bottom right, and then, you know, she's got the purple square on the top. And she's also really good about showing you like what it is she's working on, what she's working with. She could totally step in for me on my videos too. So she's using the happy birthday sentiment, and we'll lay that down. And I know I keep saying it, but I like how everybody came up with a different layout. And like, I like how she's layering the stars here. That's something that I hadn't thought about. So I know this is definitely a different kind of video than you guys are used to seeing from me, but I hope you not only enjoy the fun of seeing my family craft, but maybe got a little bit of design inspiration out of it too, because everybody had their different takes. So it's fun for me, you know, it was fun for me to see the cards, and then it's kind of fun for me to go back and see their process too. So now she's bringing in a white and green star at the top, using some more Barely Arts glue to put that star down. And purple is her favorite color, so she wanted to bring in more purple on the card, and so she cuts a really thin purple strip, and then you'll see her kind of audition and try and figure out where she wanted to place it. Again, something that I do all the time as well. And then ultimately she ends up going kind of across the middle of the card there. So she trims it down, adds the glue, and then is able to lay that on top of her card. And then here is Avery's finished card. I love it. And last but not least is Sean. So he did the smart thing and measured out the card base first to know how big the surface is that he's working with. And so he's going to do something a little bit different here. He's going to do a two-piece card mat. So he went with the turquoise for the bigger chunk, and he's going to fill that space there on the right hand side with just a strip of the purple. He's learning here that you actually have to hold down on the guard to the trimmer and your paper to make sure that nothing moves. So a lesson that we've all had to learn at some point, right? He's also doing something a little bit different in that he used both of the sentiments that were out there. And you can see him auditioning his paper, trying to figure out which pattern he liked best with the sentiments. And he brings in a balloon. And then he ends up opting for the candles instead of the balloon paper. So he'll be cutting the candles down like into a rectangle, and then he can start assembling his card. And the man even knows his way around a tape gun, like one of the millions of reasons why I love him. Not only is he good with a nail gun, but he's also very good with a tape gun. And I should say that he had shoulder surgery shortly before this, like just a couple weeks before this. So this was actually a good, safe activity that we could all do together for my birthday that didn't involve him really using his left arm. Like, 'cause he's very limited in what he can do with his left arm to protect the rotator cuff area where he had his surgery repair done. So he is just adding on his sentiments, and we'll add his embellishment. And then his card will be complete. He'll add the last, and I love he even chose a pink balloon for me. And he'll add this on, and then he'll show you his card and give you a little bit of a crafter wave. Here is everybody proudly displaying their cards, and then we'll give you a close-up of everybody's cards. Again, I couldn't be happier. I had fun. I think they had fun, and I love how everybody's cards turned out, and I am so proud of everyone for their creativity and for being willing to play along with me. Hope you guys enjoyed this different kind of video. Thanks so much for your time, and I hope you all have a very crafty day.